Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Unlock English podcast. Today, your journey to real English fluency begins. I'm so glad you're here with me. Have you ever felt nervous or frustrated about your English? Maybe you feel embarrassed when you speak or listen. You are not alone. Many learners feel this way. Today, I want to show you a new way to practice English. It's simple, it's effective, and it's enjoyable. This episode is for you if you want to understand real English, speak more naturally, and feel confident in conversations, even if you are just starting out. Let's be honest. Most English learners spend years memorizing vocabulary, studying grammar rules, and watching videos with subtitles. But when it's time to speak or listen in real life, everything feels different. The words sound too fast. The sentences blend together. You might catch a few words, but the meaning slips away. You wonder, why can't I understand? Why can't I speak like I do in class? The truth is, traditional study methods don't prepare you for real conversations. They don't train your ears or your mouth to work together. That's where today's method comes in. Imagine learning English the way you learned your first language, by listening, repeating, and speaking out loud. No pressure, no tests, just real practice. This is called shadowing. It's one of the most powerful ways to build fluency. Shadowing means listening to natural English, then repeating what you hear, matching the speed, the rhythm, and even the emotion. It's like singing along to your favorite song, but with English sentences you'll actually use in daily life. In this episode, we'll practice together. I'll speak slowly and clearly so you can hear every sound. You'll listen, repeat, and shadow my words. We'll use real-life situations, simple stories, and useful phrases. By the end, you'll notice your listening and speaking skills feel stronger, smoother, and more natural. Are you ready? Let's get started. Let's begin with a simple warm-up. Take a deep breath. Relax your shoulders. Remember, this is a safe space. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to try. I'll say a sentence, and you repeat after me. Don't worry if you miss a word or two. The goal is to get comfortable with the sounds and the flow of English. Ready? Here we go. I wake up in the morning. I brush my teeth. I eat breakfast. I go to work or school. I talk to my friends. I come home and relax. Now let's try shadowing. I'll say each sentence again, but this time try to repeat at the same time as me. Don't wait until I finish. Try to match my speed and rhythm. It might feel strange at first, but this is how your brain and mouth start working together. Let's try. I wake up in the morning. I brush my teeth. I eat breakfast. I go to work or school. I talk to my friends. I come home and relax. How did that feel? If it was difficult, that's okay. With practice, it gets easier. Shadowing helps you train your ears to hear English as it's really spoken, and it helps your mouth get used to making the sounds. This is the secret to sounding more natural and understanding more in real conversations. Now, let's add a little more detail. Listen and repeat after me. Today, I woke up early because I wanted to exercise. After brushing my teeth, I made a cup of coffee. I ate a quick breakfast and checked my messages. Then, I left the house and walked to work. At work, I greeted my colleagues and started my tasks. After a busy day, I came home, cooked dinner, and watched a movie. Try shadowing these sentences with me. Remember, it's okay to make mistakes. The important thing is to keep going, keep listening, and keep speaking. Every time you practice, you get a little better. Now, let's talk about why shadowing works so well, especially for beginners. When you shadow, you're not just repeating words. You're training your brain to process English in real time. This is very different from reading or writing. In real conversations, you don't have time to translate every word in your head. You need to understand and respond quickly. Shadowing helps you build this skill step by step. Let's try a short story together. I'll tell the story slowly, and you can shadow along with me. If you miss a word, don't stop. Just keep going. The goal is to stay with the rhythm and the meaning. Yesterday, I went to the supermarket. I needed to buy some food for the week. First, I picked up some fresh vegetables. Then, I found some bread and cheese. I also bought some fruit and a bottle of water. At the checkout, I smiled at the cashier and paid for my groceries. After shopping, I walked home and put everything away. Now, let's shadow the story together. Try to match my speed and intonation. Yesterday, I went to the supermarket. I needed to buy some food for the week. First, I picked up some fresh vegetables. Then, I found some bread and cheese. I also bought some fruit and a bottle of water. At the checkout, I smiled at the cashier and paid for my groceries. After shopping, I walked home and put everything away. Notice how the sentences connect. The story flows from one action to the next. This is how real English sounds in daily life. Simple, connected, and clear. When you practice with stories like this, you learn to follow the meaning, not just the words. You start to think in English, not just translate from your native language. If you find yourself getting stuck, don't worry. It's normal. The more you practice, the more natural it will feel. Remember, fluency is not about being perfect. It's about being comfortable and confident even when you make mistakes. Keep going and you'll see real progress. Let's take your practice a step further by adding some real-life conversation phrases. These are the kinds of expressions you'll hear and use every day. Listen carefully, repeat after me, and then try shadowing as we go through them together. How are you today? I'm doing well, thank you. What did you do this weekend? I went to the park and relaxed. That sounds nice. Yes, it was very peaceful. Do you have any plans for tonight? I might cook dinner and watch a movie. Enjoy your evening. Thank you. You too. Now, let's shadow these phrases together, just like in a real conversation. Try to match my tone and rhythm. If you stumble, just keep going. The goal is to get used to the natural flow of English. How are you today? I'm doing well, thank you. What did you do this weekend? I went to the park and relaxed. That sounds nice. Yes, it was very peaceful. Do you have any plans for tonight? I might cook dinner and watch a movie. Enjoy your evening. Thank you. You too. You might notice that these phrases are short and simple, but they're powerful. They help you connect with people, start conversations, and respond naturally. The more you practice, the more automatic these responses will become. This is how you build real fluency, by practicing the language you actually use in daily life. Let's finish today's practice with a quick review and some encouragement. You've listened, shadowed, and spoken real English sentences, stories, and conversations. You've learned how to train your ears and your mouth to work together. You've discovered that fluency isn't about perfection. It's about practice, patience, and progress. If you ever feel frustrated, remember, every English speaker, even native speakers, started as a beginner. They made mistakes, they felt nervous, and they kept going. You are on the same path. Every time you listen, shadow, and speak out loud, you are moving forward. You are building real skills that will help you in school, at work, and in life. So keep practicing every day, even if it's just for 10 minutes. Use this podcast as your daily routine. Listen, shadow, and speak out loud. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small. You are doing something amazing for yourself. Thank you for joining me on the Unlock English podcast. I'm proud of you for taking this step. Remember, you can always come back and practice with this episode as many times as you need. Until next time, keep listening, keep shadowing, and keep believing in your ability to speak real English. See you soon.